The start of a season, especially the start of a ranked season with new changes, is always something that I really look forward to. Welcome everyone, my name is Flame078, the normal gamer, breaking down Apex from the normal perspective, and today starts my documented journey for the normal player to diamond series for season 17. I have done this journey multiple times, given many guides, tips, and tricks for you normal players, so let's begin talking about my experience with season 17 as we're closing the chapter on this season. It's an interesting ride for sure, but let's break it down piece by piece and go back to the beginning, the placement matches. So let's get one thing straight. The goal of this particular series and for my content in general is to make sure that Apex players who sink in time between 2 to 3 hours a day or around cumulative 15 to 20 hours a week, and making sure these players feel like they have a chance to improve and to counteract this belief that their time into this game is not enough. I'm telling you, if you want to get good, just maximize the time that you got. And that's what this subjective video is going to be about. My personal journey, my personal experience. That is the normal gamer to diamond series here on YouTube. And let's be frank, season 17 was the season for the normal player. Pretty interesting and good positive changes, but obviously it doesn't come with its caveats. Now, when I was playing my 10 placement matches, right away, it was exciting, it was refreshing. You felt a shift right away, similar to the start of season 13 when they did the whole overhaul of ranked. So to highlight some of the good things that I experienced or how I just felt about the placement matches, let's go over them. Right off the bat, the solo queue experience was amazing. Even though in placement matches you don't lose any points, the fact of the matter is it felt nice to be a solo queue player in ranked for once. Losing doesn't hurt, so it made unlucky drops or the unfortunate of getting toxic duos much more bearable. And I'll definitely touch upon this in the next parts, but just to be upfront, the pressure was off compared to other seasons when you were put in those shitty situations. And that is great for someone who only plays 2 to 3 hours a night, because a couple of those bad experiences added up in that 2-hour session will make anyone feel like that time was just wasted. The mid game was actually pretty exciting. There was a nice rush to it, getting and leading into 10 squads left. It really felt rewarding taking fights in the middle of the game, or just even bailing if things got really tough. There was always this weird kind of slow, awkward thing that was going on in previous seasons during the mid game, but at least this time around, and especially during the placement matches, it felt kind of nice. Starting everyone at 0 was awesome. I really didn't like the soft reset. I've always been a big advocate to removing it. With everyone always starting at 0, it is great to make the journey of climbing ranked that much more rewarding, because no matter how far you got after your placement matches, you had a good journey ahead of you. And it also allowed you to take your time in ranked. There's this always awkward thing for the normal player to decide, should I play right away when the season starts? Should I wait a week or two for it to cool off? And it was just weird, especially in previous seasons where if you started ranked really late, then you would be really screwed and it would be really an uphill battle. However, even though these are the good things that I enjoyed during the start of my season, it's not like the problems weren't there. The problems existed and they were very apparent when playing my placement matches, and they're only worse now that we're approaching the last stretch of the season. This debate of fighting or not fighting just made everything really toxic. Subjectively, however, my experience wasn't as bad in terms of having bad teammates. My teammates and randoms were actually pretty well behaved. There was like 1 or 2 instances where I just had really shitty randoms, but overall the weirdness came from the game itself. Like there were a couple of games in my placement matches where I landed, contested, it was a good intense fight, we win that, we win a secondary fight, but those moments where you didn't break top 10 or you were really close and then just die really felt off, and it just sucked. It really felt like that effort was wasted. So yeah, the overall theme of season 17 is, alright, are you fighting, are you not fighting? And it's not really about right or wrong, like I've discussed multiple times on the channel. It's whatever is comfortable with you. At the end of the day, last team surviving is what matters, and you have 3 good ways of doing it. Super aggressive, middle aggressive, or really passive. And after my placement matches, it put me in bronze 1, and I'm gonna be honest, it was awesome. Compared to normally starting in gold or silver, this felt way better. It felt a way better experience to start ranked. Like I said earlier, it made me look forward to the climb. But the takeaway after my placement matches is the whole big thing that I've been kind of iterating is to fight or not fight, to be ratting or to be super aggressive. For me personally, with now experiencing the system during this time, I was like, I'm not changing a damn thing. My go-to playstyle is conservatively aggressive, meaning I'm going to play to make sure I have good gear, I'll fight when I need to, and I'm not going to be afraid to fight if push comes to sub, but I'm not going to just W key everything. It still doesn't make sense to 50-50 POI where RNG dictates your game. It's still very stupid to W key everything because, again, the aspect of you losing like we've saw before 10th place makes that aggressive push really unnecessary. So position and endgame is what matters, and to me that's perfectly fine. I love playing that way. There's this nice strategy competitiveness when you play this certain way, and I get it, this is not everyone's cup of tea, but that is for a different video. This system at the start when I was playing, my biggest thoughts were, yeah, this aligns with the way I like playing Apex competitively. Now objectively, it's a completely different story, and we know this already, and that is a subject for a different video. The only thing I want to iterate here during my series of this subjective experience is that I could have a positive subjective experience, but obviously look at the whole system objectively in a negative light. And I have more thoughts on that now that we're approaching the end of the season, so if you're interested in the objective take, hit that subscribe button. But anyways, that was it for me. That was the start of my season. Let me know what you guys went through at the start of your ranked journey. How's it going for you so far? Stay tuned for more Apex and maybe some other content down the road. My name is Flame078. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Until next time, adios.